On the front lines, Ukrainian soldiers had high hopes for victory over the summer, a victory they said would win them back all territories now occupied by Moscow, which is now about 1/5 of Ukraine. But even then, as Ukraine's counteroffensive forces fought bitterly for every gain, exhaustion was setting in, and hopes for victory were tinged with sadness.
When we take back our territories, drive the Russians away, and regain our lands, we will celebrate. It's a pity that not everyone will be alive to celebrate, but we will be victorious. We live by this thought.
Also waning appears to be international community support for Ukraine. Both the United States and the European Union have tens of billions of dollars in military aid to Ukraine stalled amid war fatigue and other political disputes. In Ukrainian cities far from the front lines, air raid sirens howl every day, and bombs frequently land in civilian areas. At the onset of the war, millions of people, mostly women and children, fled the country while men had no choice but to stay behind to be ready to be called for war. Families have now been separated for nearly 2 years.
I realize that I may never see my wife or my daughter again. Either the Russians will come here, or I could be called to the front at any moment.
Russian President Vladimir Putin seems encouraged by the delay in military aid for Ukraine, but his forces have also made no major gains in 2023. And Russia, like Ukraine, is continuously losing lives and weapons in what has become a war of attrition. Some analysts say, as a larger country, Russia is better able to sustain a long-term stalemate, and that neither side will agree to peace talks under the current circumstances. Meanwhile, families on both sides grieve their dead and pray for the return of the missing.
My husband was not allowed to write or call. He managed to write a message, just one message. I understood that it was him because we have a code word between us. As women of the military, we know.
For Ukrainians, 2024 may begin with uncertainty as they anticipate what they hope will be the delivery of vital military aid. Some analysts say, while the war is not likely to end soon, next year could be pivotal in determining its outcome. Heather Murdock, VOA News on Ukraine's southern front lines and in Kyiv.